Thieves. Once upon a time, in an ancient kingdom, there lived a kind and noble king. He deeply cared about his people and wanted to know their real conditions. Therefore, he often went out at night in disguise and walked through the streets to observe the life of common people. One night, while roaming through the city, he passed by an old, broken house. He was surprised to see three thieves sitting inside and planning a theft. The king quietly listened to their conversation and thought, "I should meet them to learn how and where they commit theft." The king approached them and said, "I am also a thief, and tonight I want to work with you. Would you like to include me in your group?" The thieves replied proudly, "We are not ordinary thieves. We have extraordinary qualities, and we do not allow common thieves to join us." The king asked politely, "Please tell me about your special qualities." One thief said, "I am an expert at smelling gold and money. By smell alone, I can tell exactly where valuables are hidden, so we never waste time." The king said, "That is truly a wonderful skill." The second thief said, "I understand the language of animals, especially dogs. When dogs bark, I can immediately understand what they are saying." The king was impressed once again. The third thief said, "I have a remarkable memory for faces. Once I see a person, I never forget their face, even if I meet them again after 20 years. Then the thieves asked the king, "If you also have a special skill, tell us. Only then will we decide whether to accept you." The king smiled and said, "I have a quality that no other thief in this country possesses. I can save people from being hanged to death. If a man is about to be executed and I shake my head in negation, he is immediately freed." The thieves were shocked. "Are you telling the truth?" they asked. "Yes," replied the king confidently. "Believe me." Impressed by his claim, the thieves accepted him into their group. That night the king asked, "Where shall we steal today?" All of them agreed to steal from the king's palace. When they reached near the palace, dogs began barking. The king asked the second thief, "What are the dogs saying?" The thief replied, "They are saying, 'The owner of this house is with you.'" Although surprised, the thieves ignored it and entered the palace. The thief who could smell gold quickly led them to the treasury, where a large box full of gold and money was kept. They took a large amount and safely returned. While dividing the stolen wealth, the king said, "I have urgent work. I will return soon." The thieves agreed to wait. The king then returned to his palace, revealed his identity, and ordered his soldiers to arrest the three thieves. They were imprisoned and brought to court the next morning. The king sat on his throne, wearing royal clothes and a golden crown. He looked completely different from the man they had met the night before. When the thieves were presented before the court and sentenced to death, the third remembered the king's face. He whispered to the others, "The king sitting on the throne was with us last night." At first, they did not believe him. But knowing his perfect memory, they trusted him. All three thieves folded their hands and begged, "Oh, our friend of last night, please nod your head. It is now your turn to show your skill. Otherwise, we will be hanged." The king smiled and said, "Well done, clever thieves. I wanted to test whether you could recognize me." He then nodded his head in negation. Immediately, the thieves were set free. The king praised their extraordinary abilities and advised them to give up stealing and become good citizens. He even returned the stolen gold to them. The thieves promised they would never steal again and would live honest lives. Moral of the story. We learn from this story that sometimes we should forgive others and give them a chance to reform, because no one in this world is perfect. Be happy and let others be happy.